A growing lawsuit in the trucking industry is raising serious questions about how some drivers are paid and whether the system itself is working against them. Tonight, we're taking a closer look at the company at the center of it all, Super Ego, and the allegations that could impact hundreds of drivers across the country. A federal lawsuit against Super Ego Holding LLC is gaining traction, with more than 800 truck drivers now claiming they were shortchanged on pay and misled about how much their work was actually worth. The case centers on a business model common in trucking: independent contractors leasing trucks and hauling freight under company authority. But drivers involved in the lawsuit say what looked like independence on paper didn't match the reality on the road. According to court filings, drivers were promised a percentage, often around 80 to 90% of each load they hauled. But the lawsuit alleges the numbers didn't add up. Drivers claim they were shown paperwork listing lower freight rates than what brokers actually paid, meaning their percentage was calculated off a reduced figure, not the full amount. In some cases, drivers say they only discovered the discrepancy after comparing notes with brokers or other drivers. The lawsuit also accuses the company of operating through a network of related carriers, sometimes called chameleon carriers, where multiple company names are used, but operations are closely connected behind the scenes. That structure, according to plaintiffs, made it difficult for drivers to track who they were really working for and where their money was going. Beyond pay, drivers point to a list of deductions, including insurance, maintenance, and lease payments, that they say further cut into their earnings. Some claim they finished work weeks owing money instead of receiving a paycheck. There are also allegations of misclassification, that drivers were labeled as independent contracts while still being controlled in ways more typical of employees. The company denies wrongdoing, maintaining that it operates as a leasing service, not a motor carrier, and says drivers are contracted through independent businesses. The case remains ongoing, but it's already drawing attention across the trucking industry, especially as regulators and lawmakers take a closer look at lease-purchase programs and contractor arrangements. If the claims in this case are proven, it could have far-reaching consequences, not just for one company, but for how thousands of truck drivers are paid nationwide. For now, the case continues to move through the courts. I'm Adam Dennis for Channel 8 News.